Hey YouTubers, it's Suzette coming to you today with a resin tutorial. I'm going to be doming one of my larger tiles, and I decided to do it on camera, and it's going to be this one that I've showed you guys before, and I'm going to dome the back today. I'm going to be doming it though with paint, white paint added to the resin, because as you can see I ended it with white, but down here it's blue. You can see it probably better that way. It didn't catch very well the color. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and add some Craftsmart white paint to the resin that I already mixed. And I'm using a Virotex epoxy resin. And it's just the same as you always do. You want to follow the directions. Take 2 even parts with the resin, and then with the hardener, mix them together slowly for about 2 minutes until they're completely mixed well, and then you want to get ready to pour. So I'm just going to add a little bit of white paint to my resin and mix that up. And yes, I should be wearing gloves right now. So if you guys have gloves, make sure you put them on. And I'm going to try to get a close-up of this so you guys can see how I do my doming. I do have the tile on one of my daughter's old perler bead plastic squares to make it very even. Mix the paint, make sure there's no streaks or anything. Alrighty, let me get you guys in close here. And I have some wax paper down just in case. Alrighty. So I'm gonna start to pour. When I pour it, I start in the center and let it work its way out, pouring very slowly. This is a large piece, so I needed quite a bit of resin. And when you pop out your piece, any edging that you have, you don't want to pull any of that off. You want to leave it on there because that's what's going to stop the resin from overflowing. Alrighty, let's see. I'm going to try to get the rest of this out of here. Sorry if I'm in the camera, but okay. So you just kind of want to work it out to the edges. Nice and slow, take your time. You don't want it to run off the side or anything like that. So I just move it out and let it hit the edges, and it will run, and once it hits the edge it'll stop. But if you keep pushing it, then yeah, it'll go over the edge, and you don't want that. That's bad because you'll have a huge mess. So take it easy once you get closer to the edges. And when you do the doming, like I said, if you can see, let's see, up here, there is like an area where it's standing a little higher. Leave that. That's a good thing when you pop out your piece. That's a good thing. And then once you dome it, then you can sand anything else down that you don't want. But for now, you want to leave it there because it acts as a barrier for your resin so it doesn't run over to the side. Or run over the side, I should say. And you do kind of have to babysit it to make sure that it's right. I would say for doming, probably the best thing to do is to just take your time, be very easy with it, because once it starts to run over, it's a little bit hard to get it to stop. And then you want to let it sit, I would say for overnight or whatnot. Just check on it in the morning, make sure it's not tacky or anything like that before you go on to do the front side. And see, I had to cover all that blue. That was flocking powder that I used for the water, and yeah, I cannot cover it up. I don't care how many times I poured white while it was in its mold, it would not get covered. So I said, okay, I'll just dome it with white. And what I'll do is I'll show you guys how it looks in the morning, and then if all is well, I'll be doming the front, and I'll show you guys how I dome the front. And when you look at it, you want to kind of look at it at an angle to make sure that you have gotten all the corners and all the spaces. So you kind of have to get down and look at it at an angle. If you look at it from the top, you really can't tell. Let's see. If you guys have any tips or tricks on how you do your doming, just let me know. Put something in the comments. I'd love to know what you guys do. I could have used a little bit more resin, but I'm fine. This piece took so much resin. Now I see why people sell these things and they're so expensive, because it takes a lot of products, glitter and other materials that you use. It takes a lot of them when you're doing a big piece like this. So what I'll do is I'll check it. I'm at eye level with it now, and like I see some areas that are not covered, and I want to make sure that they're covered. Alrighty guys, well this is about it. I just wanted to show you how I do my doming on my pieces, especially for my tiles. If you have any questions, just inbox me, let me know. Otherwise, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And you guys have a blessed day. Thanks.